Good morning, my name is Rebecca Beresford-Bellows and I'm the Operations and Quality Manager at Velocity. Welcome. I just wanted to give you a bit of intro to what we do and how we can support you, some of the bits and pieces you might have questions about before you start your course. I want to just give you some information that you might worry about. Maybe we'll go through a lot of the information in detail when you actually come to have your one-to-ones and your onboarding, but I thought it'd be best to give you a bit of info before you start so you know you're on the right course and what to expect really. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share some bits of slides, I'll talk through them, I'll give you some information that you might want, and if you want any more information, you can always contact us anyway. But this is just a bit of an overview of how the course we run, what we can give to you, and what you ultimately. So, yep, I'm going to get started. I'll just share my slides with you. We're all getting used to this technology now. This is what you'll be using. So this is kind of part of the process now, I suppose. We're all used to this. Right, let's go. So what you need to know. Basically, first and foremost, what is our aim? What do we want to do? How can we help you? And what are we planning to do for you? Ultimately, it's to work with yourself and your employer and us to develop your skills, your knowledge and behaviours in your subject. So whether that be digital marketing, personal trainer, fitness, business, team leading, whatever it may be, we're here to help you learn first and foremost the skills required for the role, the knowledge, so the theory behind it and some of the why we do it, the impact, that type of thing, and behaviours, how to work in that role, how to work in an environment in the digital sector or in fitness or whatever it may be. So that's our core aim, to develop your skills, knowledge and behaviours. But this is how we would do it. Ultimately, we want to work with you through one-to-ones, lessons, projects with your employer, in-work activities, some off-the-job activities to develop these kinds of things. And that's the difference with an apprenticeship. You are gaining skills, and in the workplace comes with it as well. So it's not just in work that you'll be gaining those. Let me just run through a few of them really. So the knowledge, how we deliver that is ultimately we have scheduled online lessons. They're varied and I'm not course run, but ultimately there'll be at least monthly you'll have contact with online lessons, and it's the theory, it's the taught stuff that we've got in a lesson, like, just like you would at college. It's the stuff behind it. It's also teaching you how to do some of the things, so we are actually teaching some of the skills, it's just you're probably not applying them as much in the lessons. You may have tasks to go away to apply them. We also have something called Virtual Academy, and that's where we have a bank of resources, lessons, videos, blogs, reading activities, a wide range of quizzes, all sorts of activities, and that's available 24/7. So you can log on to your own virtual space and you can complete activities, lessons and learn in that way at your own pace, and you can go over those over and over again, so they're always available to you. You can pause them so you can make notes and you can work through them at the pace that you choose to do so. We'll also give you some tasks and projects and homework ultimately, where you will go away and you'll complete bits of activities to develop the knowledge you've learned in class. So you've learned something in class, but you will go away and you'll work on it independently as well to just solidify it and to get it set in the brain a little bit more, just so it's not forgotten, and you can revise it and you can keep completing tasks and projects so it stays fresh in the mind. But we also do one-to-one coaching calls, and this is where you will meet with your tutor on a monthly basis. Sometimes it's 3 weekly. It depends on your needs and how much support you want or desire. But you'll have one-to-one coaching calls where you'll meet with your subject tutor. They are a subject specialist in their topics. If that's digital, that'll be a digital skills tutor. If it was fitness, it'd be a fitness tutor. And they will talk you through any work you've completed, give you feedback on that. They will set new tasks. They will maybe fill in any engagement. If you're struggling with a particular area, they're there to help you in maybe a one-to-one teaching session, just to kind of support you with your own independent learning needs, away from the classroom. So it's just you and them on their own, just to get a higher level of bit of support. It's just to track your progress, to see how you're doing, and see if you're enjoying it, how's work going, that type of thing. Learners are friendly, the tutors are really supportive, and they will give you normally about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, depending on what you want. It can go longer if you need more support, that isn't a problem as well. But some people, and most people, find 45 minutes to an hour every 3 to 4 weeks is sufficient. If you need them more frequently, that is fine as well. You can decide. To build your skills, that's kind of second section that we're talking about. Build your skills, we will set some work-based tasks for you. In your learning portfolio, there will be tasks that you learn in class, and then we set you a task practically to apply. It's often a case of, right, you've learned the theory behind this, here's a little project, have a go at this in the workplace. And then we'll also do some in-class activities where you apply practical skills as well. So there's a mixture. In the main, you'll be working with us setting tasks, but with the support of your employer. Really, it is good for you to talk to your employer and say, I've got this on, I've got a project, and I've got to have a go at this, and you apply those skills. And employers are aware and they do support these things. So it's a good way to learn in a safe environment. Maybe in your workplace, you might have a mentor who can help you with those types of things as well. Behaviours. On an apprenticeship, we want you to develop as a whole person, as an employee in all ways. So we look at everything from your personal development, any skills gaps you have, especially if you're new to employment. You may have to learn new skills that you haven't used before, like leadership and management skills, and time management, that type of thing. Some maybe decision making. Those types of skills. So we support you with those as well. It isn't just about learning the job, it's about learning how to be a good employee and contributor to your organisation. So we do this by setting a personal development plan. We put that in place with every learner. We do a skills scan. We check where do you feel you've got skills gaps, and we will help to support those skills gaps with you through a personal development plan. They'll be reviewed at monthly reviews and meetings and coaching calls, where we'll just check how you're getting on, if you've had a go at any projects, if you've had any work in the workplace on teamwork or leadership, or it may be applying something beyond your usual role, that type of thing, just to really stretch you and challenge you to learn new skills. We will also set some activities for you where you might work in groups, that type of thing, and they will help develop those personal skills, as well as just learning your work-based subject-specific content, okay? And they're also a massive, massive bank of resources in the Virtual Academy on those things around safeguarding and prevent and health and safety and GDPR, all those things that are vital for your role that you do need to know as an employee to keep you safe, to keep customers, your fellow colleagues safe, that type of thing. And they are to make you a broader, well-rounded employee. And they are mandatory, some of them, but they are really informative and things you'd need to know for your workplace. Like I say, to keep you safe, to keep you happy and content, and to look after your well-being, really, as well. So it's important that we not only develop you with your knowledge and your skills, but make sure you're happy and safe and feel content with your learning, really. So, yeah, that's the things we'll be looking at. We are also here to help you progress in your career. Ultimately, what we're doing is trying to get you onto the next steps. We want you to progress to from a level 3 to a level 4, even if that's not with us. It's what you want to gain. If you want to progress onto a degree, we'll support you to get to that goal. We are a building block for that. We run courses from level 3 right through to level 5. and you could choose to take on one of those courses, but it may be a case that you want to go on to the next stage, or you might want to go to another career path. But we will put together a career progression plan for you to help you go down that route and to achieve your goals with us so you can make that next step. The way we do this is we will have the personal development plan in place, which I talked about. We will carry out skills scans to make sure you're achieving on the current course, and we will ensure that the course you're on aligns to get you to the next step of whatever you choose to do. As I say, there's internal progression routes with us at Velocity, but we'll also support you to move on to the next stage, whether that be a degree or a higher apprenticeship elsewhere. That's what we're here for. We're here to help you progress, whatever that route may be. We will help you with things such as maybe your CV development, if that's the case. If you need to develop a CV, we will give you the skills to make that CV better and stronger to get that next stage in your next career step. We will work with employers to help you secure permanent employment if that's your choice. If you want to stay with the employer you're with, we will support you and help you to achieve that if we can. Or we will, where possible, guide and signpost you to the right steps to get to the next place, the next role or study program that you choose to be on. Ultimately, we are here to support you with your career and help you be the best you can be, ultimately. So we will guide you with this, and that will be done on a regular basis and at staged intervals. There'll be a whole raft of resources in the virtual academy as well, which you can access to help you with things like CV writing and those types of things. Okay. How else can we support you? The key things for us is we want to be here to make it as easy as possible. We want you to enjoy the journey. We don't want you to struggle. We want to challenge you, but not to struggle. So we've got a lot of resources available to us to do that. The first one would be learning support. So please be really open with us and tell us if you feel you need help from, if you do better with some support in place. If you feel that you maybe need a reader, or there's maybe some traits of dyslexia, or you struggle just generally with reading or your spelling or maths, that's another thing. So just let us know. If you struggle with your mental health, you have any challenges at home with your environment, let us know. We can work with you and we can put things in place. It's just about you having open communication with us, and there's a mass of resources available to us for all elements of learning support, whether that be a reader, extra time in exams, because there are some exams and we can get extra time for those who we feel that there's a need there. Don't disadvantage yourself. Take every opportunity to do the best you can. And if that means having extra time or a reader or coloured screens, we will get that for you. Let's be the best you can be and showcase your skills. We'll support you to do that. For those who have functional skills or a GCSE English and Maths above C, you are exempt and wouldn't need to do them again. However, we would help you to develop these skills should you wish. Something that we maybe lose and forget about, and over time, we don't use them as much. So they just get a little bit in need of refreshment. So we will help you. If you wanted to build your English or maths skills, we will help you to do that. For those who don't have English and maths at GCSE C or above, it is a requirement from the government that you undertake and achieve these. So you would be put onto functional skills, English and maths, and we will help you with expert tutorship to achieve these at level 2. We normally start these straight away, and we have a range of learning programs in place where we'll do some initial assessments and diagnostics just to see where we can support you in certain areas. Some of you may have really good English, but you just fall down in one area. We will use diagnostic tests to find out which areas you fall down on and just improve those, because that might be the difference to get you to that level 2. So that will be individual to each person, and we will put in place a plan based upon your skills and where you are now. So everybody will get support with functional skills. We do offer a one-to-one functional skills support. It's not done in groups or anything like that. So it will be tailored specifically to you to get you those really important qualifications for your CV and for future employment, because it's important that you do have your English and maths. It makes you much more employable. So that's why we do that. We support you with that. We've also got some links to wellbeing support. So if you are struggling with anything such as mental health right now, because I know difficult times for everybody, and it has been for a few years, so there's much more need to just have a check-in, get some support, take a bit of time out if needs, access people that can help. And we are here for that. We're here to talk. Our tutors are extremely supportive, but they also know of links to put you onto if you are struggling beyond how we can help you. So there's plenty of opportunity there to get additional support if you're struggling, but let us know. Again, it's about communication. Tell us, be open with your tutor, and we can help you to move beyond that and still succeed despite some of the challenges we all have. And there's also some access to financial support. We can find some links to people where there may be some financial support available for some people. There are things such as the adult learner loan. So if it is your first level 3 in that subject, there is money available through the government that you can access interest free. So it's always good. So it doesn't mean you have to miss out on an opportunity to study because of finances. There is money out there and available, and there's other links as well to financial support in other ways for those who qualify. So please talk to us about that, and we can ensure that financial barriers shouldn't be a problem and shouldn't get in the way of you learning. Okay. Personal development. I talked about it a little bit earlier. Personal development. So you're learning the skills required for your role, you're learning the theory required for your role, but it's really important that you develop the skills required just to be a good contributor to your employer and to your environment. So we'll help you and support you with personal development. Some of the key areas that we will look at is things like teamwork, how to have empathy, assertiveness, being creative, how to have high-level communication skills, these types of things. As I say, you'll be given the opportunity on your course to work with other people. You'll be given tasks to apply and work. You'll be encouraged to build a portfolio, so you have to manage and plan your time, maybe take on a leadership role, run a project, those types of things. These are all things to help build these skills of resilience and confidence building, I suppose. How to present things, how to develop your communication in writing and verbally, how to attend meetings and to manage and lead a meeting. So these are all skills that are required beyond just learning how to be a digital marketer or how to be a personal trainer. We want you to be the whole package. So on your CV, you can show that you've led a team, that you've project managed and you've met time management skills, those types of things. They make you extremely employable for the future. So these are the skills that we're trying to build as well. So you need to think about how you are fair on your course when you start, and we'll do a skills scan, and then we'll pick out any areas where you think I do struggle with maybe your confidence. We'll work on these things and we'll work with you to develop that over time, nice and slowly and in a supportive way. Okay, what do we want from you? It's quite straightforward, really. It's the normal things that you'd be required to give to your employer, but you're required to give to your lessons and activities and one-to-ones and that type of thing. So with Velocity and with your employment, we'd expect to have really good attendance. Really difficult in these current times with COVID and all the things that are going on right now. But as best as you can, attendance and just being there, punctual and on time to lessons and one-to-ones and to your work as well. It's going to stand you in good stead for maybe securing that position at the end of your apprenticeship or at the end of your learning journey. Punctuality is vital. Coming to us and going to work prepared with all the things that you need, all the resources that you could want to take, silly little things like a pen and paper, just so you can make notes, a folder to keep yourself organised, keep everything in place, because you will need to revise. So it's good to have a bit of structure and have notes that you can go back on. Really important one, communication. As I said, if you need support, if you're struggling, if you can't make it and you have got to miss a session, just communicate with us. It's a two-way thing. We'll do the same for you. We don't cancel sessions, but we do understand that sometimes things happen in life, which means that you can't always attend, or there's a problem. So you maybe need a little bit of a break from learning. Talk to us, communicate with us, don't lose contact. That's the vital one for us. If you're struggling with a piece of work, talk. We're always there, and our tutors are really, really accessible. They are happy to see you more frequently than the 3 to 4 weekly one-to-one calls. If you are struggling, they are all extremely supportive and would make time to fit you in more frequently until you got back on track. Okay, so please do communicate with us. If you could come to us with a positive attitude and a willingness to learn, it makes such a difference. We have lessons that are quite vibrant, lots of students really engaging, contributing a lot. We get to know all of our learners over time. They get more and more confident, and the lessons are vibrant, and people are keen to learn and give questions and answers. That's all we ask from you, to engage and be a part of it and get the most from it. Education, it's not, I'd say it's a luxury to some people. To us, it doesn't feel that way, but it really is. Use it to your benefit, because it's going to help you to stand out above the rest, to get that qualification on your CV, to get a good reference, and to go on to the next step of your career path. So it really is important. You don't always see it at the time, but if you can engage and get the most from it, that'd be really good. Okay. And what you will need, there's not much really. I think what you need is the time, but your employer should give you that time to attend lessons. So don't worry about that. That isn't an issue. You will be given the time, at least 20% of the time of your work, to attend your lessons. But when you do attend those lessons, you will need access to a computer or a laptop. I have seen students try to use their phones. It's not easy. You can't complete the tasks, and there are tasks to complete in lesson, and it slows you down. Some of the documents don't always work, so please try and ensure that you have a computer or laptop. If you haven't and you're struggling and your employer can't provide one, then let us know, but it is a requirement really for you to attend the lessons and engage in them fully. You'll need stable Wi-Fi and access to the internet. A lot of people and students work from home, and that's great, but please only do that if you know you've got good Wi-Fi and it can last for 2 to 3 hours, or some lessons are potentially 5 hours, 2.5 in the morning, 2.5 in the afternoon. So ensure that if you do work from home, then you have got that access and you've not got intermittent Wi-Fi. If you have, then please go to your workplace to study and ensure that they give you a quiet place for lessons. So that may be not in the staff room where lots of people are walking by. You really do need to be in a nice little office tucked away so you can concentrate and study fully. Your one-to-one calls, your tutor will be talking to you about how you're getting on with your course, how you're getting on with your employer, general progress. So it's important that you have a bit of a private space to do that without your colleagues all being sat round you listening in, that type of thing, or even at home with your parents or siblings sat near you. It is really important that you do have a quiet space without other people around to do that. So that's another really important thing. And finally, like I said, pen, paper, a folder, some file dividers, that type of thing, just so when you do study and you make notes, or it may be electronically, you've got some structure, because you will have to look back over the lessons. You will need to revise. You'll have to recap things. Most of your courses will be a minimum of 6 months if you're on a fitness course. For those who are on an apprenticeship, they're going to be a minimum of a year. So recalling something you taught a year ago is going to be hard. Keep notes, keep some structure, and have a bit of organisation to your portfolio, because you will have to go back over things. It's really important you do that. It's just a standard thing: pen, paper, and a few resources to keep your studies organised and all together. As I say, we do have the virtual academy with lots of lessons and videos and resources you can go back to, but most people find their own notes are the most valuable resource that they use, and they like to go back to their own notes because they've put it into the words that they understand and it's easier to absorb. Okay. If you did want anything else and want any more information, anything you feel I've not covered, please do contact me. My name is Rebecca Beresford Fellows and I'm at Velocity. You can contact the main number and ask for me, but any of our team could help you if you had any questions at all on how we can support you. It is really important that you understand what the course is and if it is right for you, because it's vital. Not every course and every learning model suits everybody. We want to make sure that when you do come to us, you enjoy it, you know what's expected of you and what's expected of us, and the support that's available to you, really. So if you have any questions at all, as I say, feel free to contact us. If not, I do hope to see you all. I like to engage with all the learners, and I drop into lessons and bits and pieces just to get to know you. I do learner interviews and chat to you and see how you're enjoying your experience. So yeah, looking forward to meeting you all, and please feel free to contact me should you need anything. Good luck on your journey.